Coming.
Good evening and welcome to Hudson High School for tonight's soccer matchup between the visiting Eau Claire North High School Huskies and your hometown Hudson Raiders. Please turn your attention to the video board for a message from our captains for this year's team.
The WIAA Big Rivers Conference and Hudson High School requires good sportsmanship at education-based interscholastic events.
We ask all in attendance to appreciate the efforts of all competitors, coaches, and officials in a positive manner. We all play an important role in providing opportunities for all participants to compete in a healthy and safe environment.
Lastly, please be reminded that state law prohibits the use of alcohol and tobacco products in the area used by public schools. Would you all please rise and honor America by removing your hats for the national anthem?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we'd watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Special thanks to Hudson High School student Brady Schroeder for performing the anthem for us. And now, let's meet tonight's starting lineups. We'll begin with the Eau Claire North Huskies. Number 0, Ella Peterson. Number 3, Abby Liddell. Number 5, Leah Ludke. Number 7, Tatum Carey. Number 10, Claire Gannon. Number 11, Rebecca Renslow. Number 14, Hallie Steinmetz. Number 15, Ellie Knudsen. Number 18, Leah Nelson. Number 19, Ava Berg. And number 20, Maya Nelson. The Huskies are coached by Terry Albrecht and Alex Nicholson. And now for your hometown Hudson Raiders. Number 3, Grace Lewis. Number 4, Jillian Brown. Number 0, Caitlin Loomis. Number 8, Hannah Huntley. Number 9, Britta Holter. Number 11, Armana Rancinici. Number 12, Grace Hansen. Number 16, Allie Stubendick. Number 17, Sophia Null. Number 18, Riley White. And number 21, Kylie Newis. The Raiders are coached by Steve Solom and Kyle Flanagan. Good luck, everybody. Let's have a great match tonight. This is going to be a pretty good team this year, I think. Well, they only had like 4 or 5 seniors graduate last year, and so they played a lot of juniors. And here we go with the kickoff of the home opener for the Hudson Raiders girls soccer team here in Hudson, Wisconsin. The Raider girls are off to a good start. They had their first match last 2 days ago on Tuesday against the New Richmond Tigers, and the Raiders prevailed with a score of 5-1. And looking good at the start of the season here. So on your screen, you will have your Hudson Raiders in blue playing from left to right, and your Eau Claire North Huskies, the visitors from the city of Eau Claire, in white playing from right to left. It's a balmy 80 degrees or so still here in Hudson in the St. Croix River Valley. It's been a hot stretch of days here for April, but pretty nice for the early season to have some nice weather for these girls to get out and play and get things figured out. Raiders taking control here and moving the ball around nicely deep into Eau Claire territory. It's Grace Hansen doing a little passing give and go with Jillian Brown there. A lot of girls for the Raiders returning this year, so expecting solid play this year from this squad. They graduated, I believe it was 4 or 5 seniors last year, and are bringing back a boatload of girls that were junior players, played a lot last year as juniors, and they're going to take the lead as seniors now, and then a number of kids who were sophomores last year as juniors. So this is going to be a solid team. I'm looking forward to a great season with the ladies here. Eau Claire North is always a strong competitor in soccer, in the conference, and in the state. So this should be a good matchup. We'll see what comes of it here. Raiders defense keeping things tight, keeping the Huskies from going too far out. Pretty awesome play there by the referee, if you saw that. He saved the ball with a little back kick and kept it right where it was. That was pretty impressive. Here we go. Oh, nice through ball. A little tough to handle, a little heat on that ball, and again, they're trying to put it across, and oh, nice through ball there. This turf is speedy, so it's going to take, you know, probably some time for the girls to get accustomed to the turf here again. They've been training on it, but different when it's a game in game conditions. Throw in here by Jillian Brown. Up to Grace Hansen. Just putting some pressure on from behind. Little turn there out of the Huskies, but putting that ball out of bounds. So quick throw by the Raiders. Nobody home to get it. So the Huskies are going to get it and kick it out of bounds again. Be another throw in for Jillian Brown.
Stiff breeze blowing to the advantage of the Huskies right now. So that could play into factors like a long scoring kicks with a wind like this can make things a little bit unpredictable. Raiders getting that ball into the box, that's the danger zone. But unable to quite get some offense. It usually takes teams a little bit to feel things out and get things moving. Number 9, Britta Holter there with the ball for the Raiders at the center D. Gets rid of it just in time over to her teammate, number 8, Hannah Huntley. And out to Jillian Brown on the sideline. And, those balls just take some bounces that aren't always very fun. And now it'll be a Huskies throw. Little double team defense there. It's a great strategy. One person holds the position and the other one comes in and goes after the ball. Worked really well there for the Raiders. It's Kylie Newis with the ball there, sending it up to Allie Stubendick on the left side. Allie had what a nice cross by Allie Stubendick, right to the sweet spot in front of the goal. Nice play by Allie. As I was saying, Allie had a dazzling start to the season with 2 goals on Tuesday against New Richmond. Grace Hansen looking for a cross there. I think that got away from her a little bit, and it's going to be a Huskies throw-in. Last Tuesday, the Raiders started off with a bang with 5 goals, like I said. Armana Ransonici had the first goal. Kylie Newis and Sophia Nault also both scored, and Ellie Stubendick 2 more goals on top of that. So a tremendous offensive showing by the Raiders and a very good defensive showing too. They gave up 1 goal. It was kind of a high looping ball that just came in under the bar and was a tough one to handle. So overall, it was a good all-around first game out of the Raider ladies here, and we'll see what happens here against Eau Claire North. I am always interested to know who is on the live stream. It looks like we've got a good at least 13 people tuned in, so if you feel like dropping your name and location and maybe who you're watching, we'll love to give you a shout out, and we know there might be some Eau Claire fans out there too, so welcome. You're also welcome to share. A lot of battling going on there. This is kind of the time in the game where the players tend to get a feel for who can do what. Oh, big setup there. Raiders get a free shot. Number 3, Grace Lewis getting a shot upside the box, probably about a 20-yard shot, but she put some good heat on it, but trajectory was right at the goalkeeper, so a nice save by, I believe that's Ella Peterson of the Huskies. And the Raiders are bringing that ball all the way back to their defense to reset and spread the defense out a little bit on the Husky side. A little misplay there, and Huskies pick it up deep. But Hannah Huntley adeptly steps back and stops that pressure, and be a Huskies throw-in now. Still coming around. Huskies with a little bit of penetration, but they're going to let it get on through to Raiders goalkeeper. Caitlin Loomis is stepping in to play some goal tonight. My understanding is that Hannah Kendhammer will be a regular goaltender for the Raiders. She's a sophomore, played very well against New Richmond, but she had other commitment tonight, so other players stepping up like they have to, and we had that last year. We had a little rotation of goalkeepers with the girls team here, and they'll all do spectacularly, I'm sure. Going for a deep through ball. Tough one to get to there for Sophia Nault. playing the right striker position. You can see on the screen the referee's flags. You will see that it is a very stiff wind, or the corner flags when you get a chance. Raiders twice getting their pockets picked. Oh, what a great play by Caitlin Loomis. Raiders defense caught a little bit sleeping there. They got to be moving that ball a lot faster than they have been a little bit here. Twice they've had their pockets picked, and the Huskies got a pretty good chance there, but Caitlin Loomis really aggressively came out to take that ball out of play using her body. So nice job, Caitlin. Saved a goal there for sure. All right, Raiders resetting at the midfield. Huskies have suddenly found a little offensive spurt and some strategy maybe to see what they can do. Now about 10 minutes into the first half. Score is still 0-0. Raiders getting that ball outside. That's Sophia Nault giving it back. A lot of bodies in the middle there to try to navigate through, and the Huskies get the clear. Sending it deep. There's Huntley again. Enough pressure and enough double teaming to kind of hold things off there, and the Raiders hold off that attack, and Caitlin Loomis with a good save. Looks like we've got some substitutes coming in. Going to be a corner kick here for the Huskies. Always a dangerous play for teams, so we'll see what they get there. That's a really nice ball, right where you kind of want it, and a big drill pass and a score for the Huskies. Got to see if I can locate. I think it was 19. I'll see it here on the screen, but I think it was number 19. Yeah, number 19. Yep, Ava Berg.
And that's a goal for the Huskies, number 19, Ava Berg.
All right, so the Raiders have a little work to do now. Big, long, tough shot. Nothing Caitlin Loomis could do about that shot. Well placed in the upper corner, generally, of the goal, and just a real blast from distance. Kind of caught everybody off guard, but there's probably not much they could do other than try to get on that ball in the first place. But that's not always the way it works. So Huskies 1, Raiders 0, about 12 and a half minutes into the first half. Few new Raiders into the game. Number 6, Maggie McConnell, and number 24, Olivia Petty, and number 19, Navia Tillman entered the game. I believe a couple Huskies did, but I was trying to track down who scored and did not get to see who came in for the Huskies, unfortunately. a little bit challenging to see who comes in the game because they have the players sitting on the far side of the field, and the number on the players' jerseys in front is very small, and we're sitting up in the booth very far away, and even with binoculars, it's always challenging to see that number. Really nice play there by the Raiders to get that ball outside. Grace Lewis with a nice pass there, and the Raiders pull it back, which is always never a bad strategy. Raiders kind of stretching for a through ball there through a lot of Huskies, and was taken back by the Huskies there. Navia Tillman now bringing it up. Navia had some good playing time Tuesday night and contributed a lot to the win. Huskies moving that ball around. Good ball into Ransonici. Gets it back to Grace Lewis. It sends a through ball in. That's a nice ball. Sends it back. Is it not a bad play? Oh, and the Raiders get it. Kind of an odd little play there, but a nice goal by the Raiders. 17 with the goal. That is Sophia Nault.
That's number 17, Sophia Nault with the goal for your Raiders.
And just like that, we are tied up, folks. And a good little play there. Raiders moved the ball around nicely to space. They brought the ball back. They brought it in deep, and then they brought it back. Nobody was there at first, but the Huskies kind of misplayed it a little bit, and the Raiders, Sophia Nault just came in there and said, I'm going to kick it in the goal, and made it happen. So a great heads-up play. Sometimes players will just let the other team get that one cleared out, but Sophia Nault goes in there and gets it. So good play. That's her second goal of the season now. A goal on Tuesday and a goal tonight. Referee gave the Raiders a throw, but the side judge gave the Raiders a throw, but the center ref said there's a little too much pushing from behind, so it's going to be Huskies free kick. We're now at about 15 minutes into the first half. Score of 1-1. Big ball in there by Ava Berg of the Huskies. Oh, there's a nice play by Ransonici finding Grace Lewis in space. Grace using her speed. She's going to try to get around one more defender. People trailing with her. Don't overrun it. And the Raiders are right there. Another great play by Nault. That ball slipped by the defense and the goalkeeper, and Sophia Nault buries another goal, her second goal in about the last minute. But a great run by Grace Lewis to make that happen. Yeah. Yep.
And that's number 17, Sophia Nault with the goal for the Raiders.
And now we have a 2-1 Raider lead. Two great, really nice plays by Nault. Having a nose for the goal, getting in there, kind of knowing what her teammate Grace Lewis was probably going to do with the ball because she was in the right place, and Ransonici also contributed there with some nice passing, and but Grace Lewis with a really great run. I mean, she took that ball from about at least the 50-yard line, almost to the end line, and then dished it into her teammates, and just was heads up and aware enough that to use her speed and ball skills to get there. Here we go again. Raiders bringing it down. They've kind of smelling something from that corner. They're going to see if they can keep going to that well and see what'll happen. Going to bring it around now. Grace Hansen now getting it out to Jillian Brown on the sideline here. Just going to try to put a little cross in there to Ransonici there, number 11. Now Nabia Tillman with a good step in, strong play there. Pulls it back, dishes it off. Nice play to Olivia Petty. Again, And they're going to bring it back. Ooh, great idea there. Oh. Wow. Okay. Ellie Stubendick there going after it, but a little collision, and here we go. Tillman putting it in. That's been dangerous for the Raiders. Those loose balls in there. Nault again right there, looking to see if she could make something happen, but the Huskies said not this time. Big kick by the goalkeeper for the Huskies with the strong wind behind him. Nice quick turn there by Maggie McConnell. Playing defense there and stepping up with a strong play. Getting the ball back out to Nault on the side. We'll see what she can do there. Jillian Brown coming down the sideline. She's got it. Cuts it in. Too much defense though, and that ball gets cleared by the Huskies. Eight and 13. It's number 8, Hannah Huntley, and number 13, Ava Brown in the game for the Raiders. Huskies got that ball down right away, but the Raiders pushing it back, and Huskies are going to get a throw in here. Grace Hansen doesn't agree, but the referees make that decision. Now, Raiders will have the throw in. Number 15, Gracie Nell in the game for the Raiders. Gracie gets the game and throws the ball in right off the bat. There's Nault again. Little rotation of players now. Looks like Stubendick might be out for a breather, and Ava Brown moving over to the left striker position. There's Nault feeding it out wide to Grace Hansen. Puts a nice ball out to Ransonici, who's did a little switch there with Nault. Now out there to Ava Brown on the left side. She's going to have room and time to get that ball and bring it deep. And now let's see what they do. Nice left-footed kick there. There's Nault again. And, oh, we got ourselves an offside. So now about 20 minutes, 30 seconds into the first half. Your Raiders hometown team. The Raiders up 2-1 over the visiting Eau Claire Huskies. Number 22, Natalie Ramthen in for the Raiders. And for the Huskies, number 12, Adriana Norlander, and number 21, Shelly Bowman. All right, lots of substitutions, and we'll keep things rolling here. Huskies with the throw, and a little battle here for who's going to get it. Huskies pull it back, but a nice step up there by the Raiders defense to clear that ball. Good attempt for a through ball there by the Huskies, but a little too fast and a little off angle. And the Raiders will have a goal kick. Number 3, Grace Lewis back in the game for the Raiders. Big kick there with a header there by number 14, Hallie Steinmetz of the Huskies to keep that ball in. Trying to feed it up the middle again, and Caitlin Loomis comes out nicely and picks that kind of loose ball up. Nice little tap out there by Nault. Huskies with a little back and forth in the center of the field and then going wide. Nice play there. Some good ball movement there by the Huskies, but Raiders defense steps up. Good ball there by the Raiders, stepping up. No. Huskies again on the attack, but Raiders outnumbered the attackers about 5-3, makes it tough. Navia Tillman there with a good takeaway and cross field. Raiders going for kind of some big through balls there. Nobody home. Good step up there by number 6, Maggie McConnell. Go Grace Lewis there with a nice pickup and a little pass out. Raiders with a steep, oh, they drilled it. The score, number 24, Olivia Petty with the goal. Kind of a surprising, but a tight shot into the lower corner, and gives the Raiders a 3-1 lead.
Number 24, Olivia Petty with the goal for your Raiders.
Not a blistering shot, but it was certainly very accurate, which is often much more important than power is placement on the shot. And nice job. Sometimes you take those shots to see what happens, and Raiders saw that good things happen when you put the ball on the net. So Olivia Petty, sophomore player, buries that goal nicely and gives the Raiders a 3-1 lead with about 24 minutes into the first half. Kaylin Loomis with a clear. The Huskies are kind of finding their way to getting the ball into the goal area and into some dangerous opportunities, but the Raiders defense and Kaylin Loomis have done a nice job of holding that off.
Number 4, Jillian Brown back in the game for the Raiders.
Big collision there. Referee calls a foul on the Raiders, and the Huskies are going to get a free kick in a very dangerous location. It's almost like a corner kick, only kind of better because you get to move with the ball rather than into the ball. That's a nice ball, actually. Oh, Caitlin Loomis with a fantastic save. Oh my gosh. She picked that ball kind of out of the air down the low where she definitely could have gotten kicked, and made a great play, because that would have been that would have 99% been a goal if the Huskies had got their foot on that, and she just scooped that nicely. So great job again, Caitlin Loomis in the goal, playing a great game. Good switch through there to Grace Hansen. Gets it out to Jillian Brown. Up to number 15, Gracie Nell, playing the right striker now. We got Grace, and Gracie on the field. It's not a bad ball. Some more Raiders coming in. 9 and 16.
Number 9, Britta Holter in the game for the Raiders, and number 16, Allie Stubendick.
Oh, spectacular cross in there, corner kick from Grace Lewis, and Allie Stubendick very close to getting her head on that in a potential goal. Huskies, though, are turning this up the field. They get a ball that slips through Grace Hansen's legs, but ultimately that opportunity is squashed by Britta Holter back at the center defensive position, and the Raiders get the clear, goes out of bounds, will be a Huskies throw-in. I think only one came in there. So, number 20, Maya Nelson, back in the game for the Huskies. Grace Hansen with a really nice turn there. She's going to send it out deep and long for Gracie Nell. And the Huskies get there and kick it out of bounds. A little bit worried there that they were probably a little worried Gracie would get their foot on that ball, so better to kick it out of bounds and better to not give a corner kick. So good, probably smart play there by the Huskies. There's Olivia Petty again, tracking it down. Excuse me, number 22, Ramchin there on the ball. Huskies again they're looking for seams, and they're looking to use some speed up front. They may have a little more speed on their strikers than the Raiders defense. Hard to tell, but they're trying. Again, another ball up to Gracie Nell, who gets there. She's got it, and we'll see what she can do. Deposit in the middle, and again, again, the Raiders get a heck of an opportunity right in front of the goal to make something happen, but this time the ball does go out of bounds, and it'll be a goal kick for the Huskies. It's number 21.
Number 21, Kylie Newis in the game for the Raiders, and number 11, Armana Ransanici back in the game.
Now at about the 30-minute mark, the Raiders continue to lead 3-1. About less than 10 minutes left in the first half here at Raider Stadium. Probably cannot see it on the broadcast, but the Raiders do have a brand new spectacular scoreboard here at the stadium. The first one wasn't actually that old, because the stadium had just been built a few years ago, but that massive hailstorm that hit Hudson last spring took the scoreboard out and had to be replaced. Good thing insurance played a part in that, but a dazzling new scoreboard for Raider athletics and activities will be fun to have. Got a goal kick here for the Huskies. Petty collecting that ball and bringing it down. Huskies again with some nice ball movement up front. They're gonna kind of try to use their speed. Raiders with some nice ball movement though. Get that ball back and get it out. It's like Ransinichi there in the middle of the field. Just goes for a long cross field pass. Gets intercepted by the Huskies. And it'll be a throw in for the Raiders. Looks like Jillian Brown's gonna get that throw. Raiders have definitely picked up the pace of their play, especially defensively. The first half they got caught off guard a couple times because they were frankly playing a little bit slow, and they've definitely picked that up, which has been a real reason that they're keeping the ball on the offensive side more and decreasing the opportunities of the Huskies. So good adjustments there by the girls on the field. Oh, nice turn there by Grace Lewis. She's trying to thread the needle there. Gracie Nell chasing it down into the corner. #24, Olivia Petty, playing some defense on that, but puts it out of bounds. Raiders moving the ball again up the field. Now down to about 6 minutes left in the first half.
In for the Raiders, number 8, Hannah Huntley. Number 17, Sophia Nault. And number 18, Riley White.
Raiders getting dangerous in the middle again. Decided to bring it back and reset. Sending it out wide. Oh, that's Nault again. Whew. She's looking for the hat trick. That took a high bounce. Otherwise, if she could have played that a little lower, it probably would have been a heck of a strike at the goal. But she gets her foot on it any way she can and plays off the back of a Husky, and the Raiders will have a corner kick here. And that is going to be number 21, Kylie Newis, gearing up to take this kick. Looks like she must have a solid left foot. That's a pretty good kick there, right to where we want it. And Stubendick with a good opportunity. It was either Stubendick or Ransinichi there with a good attempt. Got a couple of Huskies entering the game. Couldn't see the numbers. I got one of them. Ah, well. Hard to see the numbers sometimes, even with binoculars. So we'll just suffice it to say that a couple Huskies entered. Looked like number 17, Savannah Wagner. Wagner is one of them. Right off the bat, she makes a nice defensive play. Jillian Brown with a nice heads up, hard run in. She's going to put a little chip in. Nicely headed out by the Huskies. Looks like Brown went down maybe a little bit. Not sure if she's hurt or just fell and slow to get up. But again, Huskies playing it in, looking to make something happen. They got close there, but Raiders defense plays well. Caitlin Loomis comes in and scoops that ball, and we're now down to about 3.5 minutes in the first half. Raiders continue to move it around. 2-goal lead is the worst lead to have in soccer, so I know Coach Solom is probably hoping they'll tack on another score or two. But so far, Raiders looking solid, and the Huskies definitely challenging, though. They're giving the Raiders some fits in what they're doing, and we'll see how this plays out in the second half. Big boot up. Ball sneaks through, good clear by the Raiders. Like nice ball up to Stubendick. Oh, Sophia now with a good step in, but a little bit from behind. So they're gonna get the foul. The Huskies go quick. I think their strikers weren't even ready for that, but Raiders defense gearing up here for a final push by the Huskies. There we go. Raiders stepped in nicely. That's number 4, Jillian Brown stepping in there, clearing the ball. There's Stubendick now, going to try to make something happen in the middle. There we go. There's Grace Lewis picking it up, getting some pressure. She wisely pulls it back. Teammates go for the big through ball. There's Nault again. A lot of pressure on her. She pulls it back, goes down. There's Lewis gearing up for the shot off the Huskies. That's going to give the Raiders a throw-in with about 1.5 minutes left.
Number 19, Navia Tillman in for the Raiders.
Nice ball in. Oh, nice header out by the Huskies. Inadvertent handball on the Raiders, and that's going to give the Huskies a free kick out of the box and an escape from any trouble there. We're now down to under 1 minute left in the first half. Have a goal kick here by the Huskies. Again, the Huskies coming in fast and furious to try to make something happen. Raiders defense plays it well, gets it out, gets it clear. We're now down to about 20 seconds in the half. Good clear by the Raiders.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That's the first half, folks. Please feel free to visit the concession stand during halftime, and we'll see you back for the second half.
All right, folks, here we are back for the second half of today's matchup in Hudson, Wisconsin, at Hudson High School, with the hometown Raiders taking on the visiting Eau Claire High School, or North High School Huskies. It's a balmy night here in Wisconsin for the middle of April. It was at least 80 degrees about when the game started, and it's still, my phone is saying, roughly around 77 degrees. So some beautiful weather for spring soccer. It's been dry the last week, so these girls have been able to get some good playing time in without weather conditions messing it up, which we often see in the spring with lots of rain. Even some snow and blizzards can happen, but so far so good. We've had enough winter here, so we'll hope good conditions stick around. Next week looks like it'll be a little cooler in the 50s and 60s, but that's exactly what we want here. So Huskies started the game out with a blistering shot from number 19, Ava Berg, probably about a 22, 25-yard shot. Buried it kind of in the upper corner of the goal and set the tone for the game. And then the Raiders have come crashing back. Two scrappy goals by Sophia Nault of the Raiders, and then a third goal by sophomore Olivia Petty. All three nice goals. Scrappy doesn't take away from the fact that they were really nice goals. People in the right place, people putting the ball where you want it to score, but kind of loose balls in front of the goal, and Raiders taking advantage of it. So that's where we sit with a 3-1 lead. This broadcast is brought to you by the River Channel, and we're certainly glad they broadcast these games for people to watch live or later on YouTube or Facebook. I am more than happy to have my colleague Jeff Munt running the technical side of things, the camera. Munter, sorry. I haven't seen him in about 6 months since the fall boys season, so but it's good to have Jeff here running the camera, running the sound, really doing almost everything. I just show up and talk. And Dave Dahl's here running the scoreboard for us here, and together we try to make things happen here on the technical side. So, and I'm Jeff Ian. I'm the announcer for the stadium, as well as the live stream here. And the Raiders get a strong attack going there. I believe that was Ellie Stubendick with a good run there and a good close shot, but goalie shut it down nicely. But Raiders strong on the attack again. So, but I'm Jeff Ian. I'm the announcer. Coached a lot, 30 years of traveling and school-level soccer around the state of Minnesota and Hudson, and enjoy every minute of watching these games and being a part of it. Looks like the lights are coming on here in the stadium as the sun is going down. Foul there on the Raiders, going to give the Huskies a kick, give them a chance to reset. Big strong kick into the wind. First half had a very strong wind. It looks like it's maybe dying down a little bit. I'm looking at the U.S. flag now that's not really moving much, but the corner flags have still got some zip to them. So the Raiders now with the wind advantage, and we'll see how that plays out for them. Again, Raiders going through. There's Stubendick streaking down. She's going to get to that one. Now what's she going to do with it? She gets around. Kind of gets tugged down outside of the box, so it's going to be just a normal free kick, but she went to get around, kind of got pulled down. Maybe a smart move, actually. Outside the box, so not as much harm there, but the Raiders are going to get a free kick in kind of the danger zone, and it's maybe it's closer than you probably love for getting the kind of ball you want on it, but we'll see what Stubendick can do here. Yeah, they got to move the wall back. They got to give 10 yards. Oh, is that Lewis? Grace Lewis? Yep, that's Grace Lewis, sorry. She's going to probably put a nice little chip in there and see what happens. Oh, heavy ball. Raiders will collect it out wide. That's Jillian Brown. And they go for a big cross in. And just a little offline. Goalkeeper lets it go. Smart move. I believe the Raiders were switching goalkeepers at the half. I believe Britta Holter was going to take over the goal for the second half. Caitlin Loomis played a spectacular first half for the Raiders. Lots of good saves and coming out to make some things happen. And now we'll have Britta Holter taking the reins of the goal in the second half here. Looks like Maggie McConnell gearing up for this kick. It's a good ball in there. It's right in a nice spot. Sophia Nault again. Oof. And then Raiders got a boot on it, Ransonici, but kind of deflected at an odd angle, went wide. Called a little jersey pull there, or a little hold of some sort on the Raiders. It happens. It's part of the game. Foul called. Kick to the Huskies. It's Grace Hansen again. It'll be a Huskies throw. Through ball there by the Huskies, gets away from everybody and will be a Raiders throw. Good hustle play there by Hansen. Now she's pushing it up. Oof. Heavy body step in there. Throw in by the Huskies. That ball skeetered through and kind of got by a lot of people, kind of went behind most of the players on offense and defense who were headed towards the goal. That was definitely an advantage for the Raiders. Another ball deep in. Huskies trying to knock on the door and close some of the gap here. Raiders kick it out. It'll be a Huskies throwing deep in their territory. And those balls that are kind of loosely bouncing, they make everybody nervous. Raiders get it out. And we'll have a Huskies throw in on the far side of the field. So just a reminder, your hometown Hudson Raiders are in blue, playing from right to left on your screen. And the visiting Eau Claire North High School Huskies are in white, playing from left to right. Eau Claire is about an hour east of Hudson, but a large city. It actually has two high schools, Eau Claire North and Eau Claire Memorial. So a very large community, and lots of dedication to their sports. So always a tough competition, and definitely a Big Rivers rivalry with the Raiders. So always fun to watch these games. Raiders moving up the field. It'll be a Huskies throw, though. Huskies recollect, keep moving it up, but big step up by the Raiders. Huskies defense gets to it, kicks it out of bounds, and we'll have a couple substitutions here.
In for the Raiders, number 2, Maggie Salama, and number 24, Olivia Petty.
So, a couple of sophomores entering the game for the Raiders, Maggie Salama and Olivia Petty. Olivia scoring the third goal for the Raiders in the first half. So, good showing by the younger students. Grace Hansen gets a off-balance shot that kind of sails over the goal, but you always want to be taking some of those longer shots just to keep everybody honest, and Hansen's got the leg to do it, but that one got away from her. So it'll be a goal kick here for the Huskies. Just over 10 minutes have gone by into the first half. Raiders continue to lead 3-1 over the Huskies. Little handball, inadvertent by Hansen, but it's got to be called. Some can get by, but her arm was extended, and you're not going to get away with that one. Nice little turn there by the Huskies, number 10, Claire Gannon. Raiders clear it. Be a throw-in for the Huskies. Good takeaway there by Raiders defense and a hustle back for it. Huskies have kind of stepped up their level of play and intensity, and they're kind of keeping the Raiders at bay. So Raiders got to spread it out. They got to move that ball a little better. Maybe talk a little bit more to make some things happen here. Huskies keep it moving and bring it back to their defense to reset.
Number 19, Nevaeh Tillman, and number 22, Natalie Ramthan in the game for the Raiders.
Huskies with a good drive there, a little cross in, but nicely scooped up by Raiders goalkeeper Britta Holter, their second half goalkeeper. So Coach Sullen putting in a couple more of his younger players, Olivia Petty, or Natalie Ramthan, a freshman, and Nevaeh Tillman, a sophomore. So getting some of those players in with some good action here. Raiders continue to lead 3-1. We're now close to 15 minutes into the first half. Throw in here for the Raiders. Raiders have 2 freshmen on the varsity roster and around 6 sophomores, so a very young roster, but balanced with about 8 seniors. So some great playing time for these young players to build into a powerhouse team when they are older as well. So it's going to be a fun season. Good clear by the Huskies. Raiders get the ball out wide, keep it moving. They're going to bring it inside in the middle. Trying to thread the needle here. Good little passing in and out. That's Ransonici fighting it out in the box there. Ransonici out on the sideline now. She's kind of all over the place, making things happen. And, oh, it's a good ball in. Tillman with a little left-footed cross in, and the Raiders, oof. It's a good play. Tillman tries to get it into the scoring area and does so, and Raiders get ahead on it, but it's a tough ball to do much with when it bounced and was spinning like it was.
Number 15, Gracie Nell, and number 16, Allie Stubendick in the game for the Raiders.
Coach Solom continuing to sub. He already has another sub lined up to come in. 2 more.
And number 12, Grace Hansen, and number 21, Kylie Newis back in the game for the Raiders.
Raiders got called for an illegal throw. Don't see that too often, but when it's obvious, they got to call it. Raiders going for a big through ball. Ransonici holds her energy, knows who's going to get to the goalkeeper. Grace Hansen fighting that out in the middle. Spreading it over to Stubendick. Kind of puts it in the middle. Ransonici and Stubendick now. And Huskies wisely kick it out of bounds, give the Raiders a throw. Nice ball into Hanson, who's going to switch it around and try to. Ooh, that's a nice play. A little bit too much, and the turf just makes that ball fly sometimes. But I like the idea there. It's a little more of a line drive maybe than Grace wanted on that ball. But the idea of that was sound. Another deep through ball attempt by the Raiders, but just way too much on that for anybody to do anything with. Keeping the goalkeeper for the Huskies busy though. She's had a lot of punts so far. Oh, here's a little run by the Huskies. They're gonna try to speed it up, pick it around. They're gonna pull it back now. Raiders defense will get more numbers. They come in, get a good. It's a tough angled shot, but that was a blistering shot, and but Bretta Holter holds her own and picks that ball up out of the air, makes a good play for the Raiders, and keeps the score where it is at 3-1.
Number 24, Mariah Hull, and number 2, Callie Deutsch in the game for the Huskies.
Oh yeah, I love it. Little communication there with Raiders Assistant Athletic Director Tim Chuckle. Now about less than 20 minutes left in the match here. Raiders continue to lead 3-1 off the 2 Sophia Nault goals and the 3rd goal by Olivia Petty. Got a little bit of a mix-up going on here. Ref is letting a substitution. He's bringing the throw-in back.
It's number 12, Adriana Norlander in the game for the Huskies.
All right, now we're set. Down to about 17 minutes in the match. Raiders up 3-1. It's still too close to be really comfortable. Tillman there with a nice move up the line, but kind of ran out of options there and put the ball up, and Huskies took it. Huskies fighting it back. Good step-up play there by number 6, Maggie McConnell, into center defensive position. Really nice play there. Big clear by the Raiders. Up to Ransonici. Good team defense there by the Raiders. Really good. Huskies were looking like they might make a move, but the two Raiders worked together to hold that little streak off. So really nice play. It's sometimes an undercoached strategy of two defenders working together strategically. One is usually kind of a holder, trying to make sure force the player in a certain direction or not where you want, and then another one will come in to go after the ball. In this last case, it was more of one was just slowing her down and the other was taking the ball versus, I think, really trying to control her direction. But it's an important strategy for successful soccer play all over the field. Kind of some back and forth going on here. Good step up there again by Maggie McConnell at the center D. Stepping up to keep that ball on the Raiders' offensive side. And here come the Raiders offensively. Pushing it up. Allie's chasing it. Can she? Yeah, it's a little out of hers. Little off her stride to get there, but good hustle by Allie. Got a whole bunch of people coming in. Whew, I didn't see any of them. We're going to let that substitution go. The Huskies keep their practice jerseys over their numbers as they run on the field, so it's really hard to see who they are sometimes. But here we go. We're now down to about 13 and a half minutes in the match. Raiders holding on to their three. Oh, that's a nice play by Stubendijk. A good step around. A good little quick pass through. Ransonici. Ooh. Good scrappy grab by Eau Claire's goalkeeper. I believe that still is Ella Peterson. Nice play there. She's had a nice game overall. Gave up a few of those goals in the first half. Off some tough bounces and misplays by defense, but she's played a nice game overall. Here's Ransonici, and she drills it. Nice left-footed blast by Armana Ransonici to put the Raiders now safely up 4-1 over the Huskies.
That's number 11, Armana Ransonici with the goal for your Raiders.
That's the 3-goal lead every coach starts to relax a little bit with. I know Solom is not probably too relaxed, but that's where you start feeling like you can maybe try a few things with this new young lineup and see what you can do with the last 13 minutes and see what some players can do in some certain positions and different combinations. So that was a great shot by Ransonici, though. She kind of got in the clear, and the left-footed shot, and she buried it nicely from it wasn't a close shot, a little bit of distance, so good play there. Stubendijk with a good little pop in there, went right at the goalkeeper, but good play there. Raiders maybe aren't done yet. They tend to fight it out till the very end. Here comes Riley White in the middle, sending it over wide. Goes out of bounds, though. Be a Huskies throw-in. Huskies pushing it up now.
Number 10, Kalia Hire in the game for the Raiders.
Raiders holding strong. 4 more goals so far on this season. That's putting them at 9 goals on the season so far. 5 on Tuesday against New Richmond and 4 so far tonight. Down to about right at around close to about 10 minutes now left in the game. Huskies still pushing it though. They want to do some damage here. That's a nice ball in. But nicely, again, played by Britta Holter. She comes out just far enough to get to that ball before anyone else and gets her body behind it so it can't go anywhere. So good play there by Hudson's goalkeeper. It's Ranson. Yeah. Ransonici there with a good push up, and she's on it again. She's fighting for it, gets a little out of her reach. Had to fight through a lot of bodies there just to get what she did. So good hustle by Armana. It's going to be a goal kick, or maybe it's a corner kick. Corner kick for the Raiders. Looks like Kylie Newis heading over there to take the kick. Stiff breeze, so you got to kind of play that a little bit. It's sort of like a golf shot in a way. You got to play that breeze a little bit. A lot of Raiders would love to get another goal. There's a nice play, and it trickled in. It trickled in. I think that was number 6. I'm gonna watch the replay. Stubendick. And that goal for your Raiders by number 16, Allie Stubendick. And that is Allie's 3rd goal of the season, this short season. So both Sophia Nault and Allie Stubendick with 3 goals so far on the season. Really solid play there in the right place at the right time. And again, placing it nicely into the far right corner away from the goalkeeper. So doesn't always have to be a blast to score. It just has to be placed right. It's Grace Lewis with a nice ball out. There's Stubendick again. Nice play by the Huskies defense there. We're now down to about 8.5 minutes in the game. Raiders with a couple of goals in the last minute or so. They put them in spurts, and now they're up 5-1.
Number 13, Ava Brown in the game for the Raiders.
Big cross in, that's dangerous. Huskies get it out though. This is the kind of game where you start to see the players they get a little goal hungry and they're scrapping around to see what else they can put in there. Big left foot in there. Stopped by the goalkeeper for the Huskies. Big clear by the Huskies. Ball gets to the middle for the Raiders, but the Huskies with a nice clear. We're now down to about 7 minutes in the match.
Number 6, Sydney Schindler in for the Huskies, and for your Raiders, number 2, Maggie Salama, and number 5, Caitlin Loomis.
So Caitlin Loomis, after playing the first half as a goalkeeper and playing quite well, is on the field now, playing a field position. Oh yeah, we missed those subs. That was fast. A couple more subs in for the Raiders. Now down to about 6 minutes in the match. Raiders safely up 5-1, out shooting the Huskies 11-6. Tillman now manning the center of the defense. She's mostly played wing defense. Looks like she's back on the wing here, but covering the center before. There's Salama working that ball around. Out of bounds will be a Raiders throw into Caitlin Loomis. Back to Tillman. Over to Hannah Huntley. Tillman gathers it up, puts a big left foot up the field. Nice ball. Salama battling it out. Little battle there between those players. That was fun to see. Good strong play. Huskies will get the throw. Huskies really working hard. They'd love to put another one on the board at least here. Now down to about 4.5 minutes in the match. Ball snuck through there. Raiders let it go. It's going to be a goal kick for the Raiders. Continuing to move that ball around, trying to see what else they can put on the board here. Throw in here by the Huskies. Push it up the field now. A good move there by the Huskies. Went to some open space, try to use her speed. Number 10, Claire Gannon, and she's definitely fast. Tillman plays that wisely, be a Raiders throw-in. Another Raider throw. It's number 21, Kylie Newis taking that throw. Tillman with a nice step up. Ooh, good cut back there by the Huskies, but Raiders defense is right there to take it back. Tillman with a blast. She says, let's get it out of here, and sends it up the field. Good move there. Oof. Good hustle by Salama. Almost saved that ball. Ball keeps moving. We're now down to under 2 minutes. Tillman with a nice header there to disrupt that play. Also a nice play there by Newis to get the ball clear. Now Salama, nice turn. Puts it up. Got Ava Brown chasing that down. Huskies are going to bring it all the way back to their goalkeeper, who will get a clear on. Natalie Ramthen fighting it out there in the middle, and it's going to sneak out of bounds. Down to a minute and a half. Raiders holding on to their 5-1 lead. Looks like the Raiders will move on to 2-0 to start this season. First win against New Richmond, this win against the Huskies, and the Raiders will have a couple matches next week. Or actually, I don't know if they have any games next week. I think the next week they have 2 matches, so they're going to get a week to recoup and practice and learn from what's happened in these first couple games. Despite 2 wins, there's always a lot to work on to improve what you're doing and your understanding of what the coach wants. So they'll have a good week to potentially do that, because I don't believe there's any games next week unless something gets scheduled. Here's a corner kick. Nice ball. It's a good ball. Raiders pop it right back in, and oof. Oh, aggressive play. Not gonna get a foul called. Hudson got to the ball first and ran into the goalkeeper. Sometimes that's called and sometimes it isn't, but the goalkeeper actually made a nice place.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And that's a win for your Raiders. I'd like to thank our officials of tonight's game. Also like to thank all of our players for a hard-fought match, the coaches, thanks to parents, all our ball retrievers. You made the game go well, and thanks to the team up here in the booth. We hope everybody has a great night. Drive safely.